Next up will be Robin and Chip. So, should your neighbor be allowed to import 15 feet of fill dirt onto his land and then,
You're asking the wrong person.
listen, and then be allowed to build a 26-foot tall house? Explain your answer.
All right, I'll do it, Chip. I'll probably mess this up something fierce. I'm visualizing this. So he's bringing in all this dirt to raise the property, and then he's going to build a house on top of that raised property. Oh, that's cheating. That's all there is to it. I got a phone call about 2 weeks ago from a woman who said that behind her, the folks had built a huge, massive, and it is, I went and looked at it, massive garage, right? Okay, so there's this massive garage that is not only long and wide, it's also extremely tall. And I said, is that lifted? Is it up? And she said, I don't know for sure, but it looks as though they poured concrete to lift it. So my answer would be no, that's not a cool thing to do. And that probably goes back to the former question about doing things on the weekends when no one is checking. They bring that fill dirt in on the weekends, they get it all smoothed out, and then they say, okay, now we'll go down and get permits to build the house. It's already at grade.
Well, currently, underneath the current zoning rules, that is allowed. And that's one of the things that I definitely would like to see changed. Excuse me, sorry about that. But unfortunately, you know, it is something that periodically we will see in the community. And she was talking about the garage, but also someone that wants to have a unobstructed view of the superstition and don't care about blocking anyone else's that's currently living there view. Yes, you can bring in that dirt, and most of the time it's done in opportunities where they're not being viewed by the city, and a follow-up complaint does not really, because of the code enforcement people, there's not very many of them. There's only one right now, and they are very, I'll say, thin in the aspect of being able to respond. So one of the things I'd love to be able to do is to amend in part of our zoning rules is that you're not allowed to do that. It's at grade, and at grade it is, and then it's the 26 feet, not 10 foot above grade and then an additional 26 foot above. I think that is very wrong, and I would like to have that changed.